I'm Deb, and I'm 49 years old, and I'm going to rebuild my life financially and never work a traditional job again. Follow my journey. So, folks, I've been working and I've been studying and brainstorming pretty much all day, trying to think about what kind of content I wanted to create tonight. And what I decided is that I really need to improve every video, even if it's just a bit. And I want to improve how I speak on camera. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on today. I do have a couple notes, but for the most part, you're just gonna hear my thoughts, and hopefully this video will be just a little better than the last, and my next one will be just a little better than this one, because I'm determined that this is going to work. So, a little bit about myself again. I'm 49, I'm single. I have two wonderful teenagers that live here with me. I work as a waitress. I did go to college and got a degree, and I did social work for a time. Doesn't pay the bills. Believe it or not, I was a correctional officer for a time. That's another story, man. I'm gonna have to make a video about that because there's a lot to say. And then when I was doing social work, I discovered that if I bartended part-time, it gave me the money I needed, to pay school loans and such. And then it dawned on me, why am I doing social work when I can be bartending full-time? So, long story short, I ended up bartending for a couple decades, and now I'm a waitress. But I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. And I am bound and determined to make big changes and rebuild my life. And I'm going to document everything. I'm going to be very honest as well. See, the thing about working either like a 9-to-5 office job or waitressing or bartending or being a corrections officer is you've got these set hours, you've got these rules you got to follow, and you might be making enough to pay the bills and maybe go on a weekend trip every now and then, but you're still working for somebody else. You're really not free, and it's a grind. You're kind of out of control of what you do. You don't have much input in your job. And my kitty's going crazy. And I've done that all my life. I've always worked, but I've never come ahead. And I've always worked for somebody else. I never even imagined that I could do something for myself, by myself, or that I could own a business or make money independently. I never imagined it, but I do now, and I'm definitely making changes now. It's not going to be a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. I know that. I'm starting here on YouTube. I am not going to give up. I'm going to keep posting on YouTube. It brings me so much joy when I see a new subscriber or a comment or a couple more watch hours. Even though I'm so small now, it still brings me so much joy to see my growth. And with that being said, please, folks, it's free and it makes my day. Just press that subscription button and follow my journey. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, anyway, my belief has started to become, or I've started to notice, that money is not solid. It's not cement. It's fluid. Money's fluid. It flows. Because, especially in my line of work, I can have a rough couple of weeks and then, holy cow, rent's due. And the kid needs new track shoes, and we need groceries, and gas is $4 a gallon, and I didn't make any tips this week. What am I going to do? But I keep in mind that money is fluid. I also pray. I am Christian. And it always seems like it will come. It always comes. The money will come. It's fluid. It flows. It ebbs and flows, kind of just like water. But I also know that there are so many millionaires and billionaires in this world that have learned the strategy of how to make the money flow in their direction. And if somebody can do that, so can I. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to make this thing work, because I don't want to answer to somebody else anymore. And I don't want to sit and think about where am I going to get the money for the light bill. That should be, I mean, second nature. That should just be, like automatized, right out of the bank account. And I should never have to worry, is there enough in there? And I'm tired of living this way. And I know I can do it because so many people have. I mean, look at all the business owners. Look at all the fortunate and the wealthy people, or not even wealthy, but comfortable people. I have something to offer too. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about my YouTube channel, and I've heard other YouTubers, especially like the bigger folks, more successful folks, saying that a YouTube channel can generally be one of two things: either informational or entertainment. And I don't think I'm either one of those things right now, honestly. But I know I can evolve. I can see where this thing's going. I can see what you, my viewers, want me to talk about or want me to share. I can just share my life, but I'm just Deb. I don't know how excited that is. I can tell stupid jokes and be silly. I can share interesting stuff too, like my history of working as a corrections officer. But as I was brainstorming on that, I was thinking about, not now. I think I have like 14 subscribers right now, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But the YouTube monetization would be wonderful. I'll reach that point one day, I'm sure. But there's other ways to make money on YouTube. But I'm thinking, well, how can I make money on YouTube? What do I have to share? And it dawned on me that I am me. I am unique. There's no other me. I have unique experiences. I have unique knowledge, education. I have unique stories to share. And I have God-given gifts that other people don't have. We're all unique. And so as for me, and we don't know yet because I'm still getting there, but I have the ability to share my knowledge in my experience with psychology. That was my degree, psychobiology. I worked as a social worker for a time with the mentally ill. I also worked as a tech, mental health tech, in a juvenile mental health facility, believe it or not. I mean, I've restrained schizophrenic children that were trying to hurt themselves. So I have things to share there. That makes me unique. I have my experience as the jail guard. It was only a couple years, but I tell you what, I wonder if I learned more in those couple years, being just a simple jail guard corrections officer. I wonder if I learned more there than I learned in that 4 year at college. Different experiences, obviously, but it's a lot. I learned a lot. There's one thing I'm a pro at, or I should say I was a pro at. I am a flautist. I played the flute for 30 years, from the time I was 10. I took professional lessons until I was 18. And my instructor said, she said, Debbie, there's nothing more I could teach you. You can play. We can do more music. We can learn more songs, but you know the technique, you know the notes, like, you know how to handle the flute. And I love my flute. I still have it right here in the closet. And I have my daughter's beginner flute here in the closet. And I have a piccolo that I played in marching band. But what stole that from me was I had stenosis in my neck, cervical stenosis. And so you'll see a scar here. I've got another one in the back. I'm all metal, but I had surgeries to correct it, but I lost a lot of the strength and dexterity, and especially my right hand. I can't even give you the peace sign. Anyway, I can't play my flute anymore. But damn it if I can't teach a lot about playing. And with that being said, I have a lot to teach about spinal stenosis and spine surgery and my experience there, and the pain and the experience, and being single and having to rely on my children to carry me through that rehab twice, because I've had the surgery twice, front and back. I'm all metal. I can share that in another video as well, but that makes me unique. That's something I can share, or maybe that's something I can coach somebody through that's going through an experience like that. And then, as I discussed, I bartended for 20 plus years. I still can. For a while, I thought I couldn't with my wonky hand, but I can bartend. And I'm certain that I could teach somebody to bartend, or I could educate somebody on how to start a bar, or like the basics you might need to build a bar in the basement, something along those lines. I'm certain that I could write a PDF or an ebook, or, you know, one of those kinds of things to help people, especially like maybe my age, that want to build a basement bar, you know, for entertainment, for friends and family. I have experience in that, and I have knowledge, and I'm confident that I can share it. It might not be much, but I'm sure there's people out there that could use that kind of information. And that encourages me, because I'm unique, and I know I have things to offer, and I know I have things that people would be interested in, or ways that I could help folks. Another one that kind of sucks, but I have experience in loss. I won't go into details right now, maybe another day, but I have big experiences when it comes to pregnancy loss. I had a stillbirth. I've had a lot of losses in that area. I have 2 gorgeous children, but it went through a lot, and it turns out I have some wonky blood problem, methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. But anyway, I'm certain that I could counsel mothers, or want to be mothers, or fathers too, or siblings that have experienced pregnancy loss. I also lost my parents a little earlier in life, in my very early 40s, which, with that being said, my children lost their grandparents. And then their father was unexpectedly killed in a motorcycle accident a couple years ago. So I'm certain that with my experience in psychology and my experience in like the mental health thing, along with my college degree, and my experience with depression of my own, and the depression that my children have suffered with before and after the loss of their dad, there's a lot that I can share there. I have a lot to offer to help others that have gone through anything such as these. So that brings me confidence. I know my worth. I think that's what it is. I'm getting to know my worth, and I can do this, and I will. And in the long run, I'm going to help people too. And that is so freaking cool, man. That's so cool. Money's great. I mean, I need money, but it's going to feel like $1 million when I can help somebody too. Anyway, I'm going to document my journey. Like I said, I've made videos earlier about, you know, I've resold stuff online. I dibble dabble with that. I did Whatnot for a while. You know, my side hustle is donating plasma. I make a lot of money doing that. It adds up, and also it really helps people. So I'm going to document stuff. I'm going to tell you what works. I'm going to tell you what doesn't. It's going to be a journey. Like I said, it's not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon, but I'm going to be here the whole way. And my goal is this freedom, and I'm certain I can get it. My daughter's about to go into her junior year of high school, and I'm going to be 50 early next year. And so I'm thinking maybe by the time she graduates, I'm hoping and praying, I'm working towards it, but hopefully by that time I can quit waitressing. Hopefully by that time I could share my knowledge, my experience. I can help others, whether it's coaching or I don't know, but I know I have things to offer, and I'm going to do this. And heck, if I can do it by the time she graduates, I got a whole life ahead of me. I have freedom. I have freedom to check in and check out when I want to. I have freedom to help people. I have freedom to share. And damn it, if I get enough money that I don't have to worry about how I'm going to fill up the gas tank, I'm going to be on cloud 9. I'm going to be on cloud 9. And then I can help others do it too. What? I mean, it's just really exciting. It's really exciting because that's going to mean that I have choices I can make. I'm going to have financial security. If I want to travel, man, I went to Europe when I was a kid in high school, and I sent my son to Germany a couple years ago. I'm very proud of that. But I want to go back, and I'll have choices to make, and I'll have the freedom to say, hey, let's go see the Eiffel Tower or whatever. Let's go swim in the ocean. I need that, and I crave it, and damn it if I don't deserve it. And I'm going to get it, folks. I'm going to get it. So please like the video, press the subscribe button, comment. What are your ideas along these lines? What do you suggest? I love constructive criticism. What do you suggest? Because you know what? As a bartender for those 20 or so years, just about every night I was helping people have the night of their life. It's my turn. It's my turn. I want to have the night of my life, but I want to do it every night. And I'm going to. Follow me. Peace.